we are going to be talking about air compression, air deflation, and inflation systems, specifically this one right here by EZ Flate. They actually provided the Jeeps, the speaker Jeeps for the PA system, and we're running the course. That's where I got to learn about them. And what I found out is that I can use this system with a 4-way hose system in the manifold, and I can deflate my 33-inch tires from 35 PSI to 18 PSI in about 2 to 3 minutes or so. And then I can inflate them from 18 PSI up to 35 in about 6 to 7 minutes roughly. So I'm gonna be unboxing this, showing you guys what's involved and sharing the price of the system, which is way more economical than ARB options. And then we'll see if this is a system worth recommending, what it's all about. The owners and the management that was here was amazing, very professional. And for me, the most adorable part was that they had a young one from their family. I think this girl was probably, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years old. She's the one that rung me up and made the sale. So it's a family-owned business, it looks like, and of course we love to support that. So let's get started. First, I want to show you guys what do we have in this bag, in this canvas bag. So we have a 4-way hose kit and a manifold. I'll explain what this does in a second. It's where you can set your pressure levels. It's also what you use to be able to check your pressure and to set up the compressor to be able to send air to your tires or to deflate them. So this is the control mechanism for that. So that's one item right here. And then we have this 4-way hose system, self-coiling, which is really handy if you don't want to be spending time wrapping up your hose yourself. So here it is. And then a nice canvas bag to keep it neat and clean. I believe it has additional caps for the hoses on your tires if you are missing them, so that you can keep them dust free. And then the hose connectors also come with dust covers. This is really important to keep them dust free as much as possible. We have a side-by-side going by here, so I'll wait for that a second. But you can see this is Southern Utah. So these dust covers come off like this, and then you just simply push them on to keep them safe. I'll be going over the instructions of what these things are in a second. All right, so this is the bag that it comes in. We're gonna open it up and see what we have inside. All right, and as we open it up, we've got the compressor, and here is the hose that they were talking about, the 21-foot single tire hose. Comes with the clip mechanism, you can see that here, and on the other side it goes into the compressor. We won't be needing that because we have the multi-tire 4-tire inflation hose system that we've acquired with the manifold. So let's pull this baby out and see what we've got over here. Okay, so we have this inside, the compressor itself. I'll unpack that. And then we have another item inside as well. So just good old branding on this side, nothing too exciting. We have some control modules on the top that allow us to, it looks like, choose between single and multi-tire, set the tire pressure, and we're gonna be going over that. We have the hose that connects to the manifold. So this will be connecting to our multi-tire manifold system here. So we'll be going over that. If you are directly connecting it to a single tire, if you don't have the multi-tire system, then you're simply going to be using this. But that's not what we're covering in this video. We're covering the multi-tire system. And then it comes with these jumper cables. You connect it to your car battery, you start your car, and then you start the systems. If you don't start your car, this will kill your battery very quickly. So you wanna, when you're inflating or deflating and using the system, you wanna make sure you're doing this while your engine is running and not while it's not running. So connect it while the engine is off, powered engine on, and then utilize this. All right, another thing that we have in here is they have some additional nozzles for, like, for example, this one at the top can be used to fill a basketball or different kinds of balls. Whatever other kinds of nozzles these are, I'm not really sure, but they look like they can fit a variety of purposes. So they provide that as well, which is great. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut this part until I get a few things set up, and then I'll show you how I'm hooking it up each step of the way. I'm gonna put away the boxes, so we'll cut until we come back to the next section. Okay, so all I have done so far is basically cut off the zip ties and cables from here. I'm gonna put this aside for the moment. You wanna also try to keep this dust free, by the way. And we're instead going to put together the manifold system here first. So the way this works is we have the multi-inflation manifold right here. And on each side, for example, if this is the front of the car, you're gonna have the driver's side hose connect here and the passenger side connect here, and then the air compressor will connect right here. For this one, you have to pull down and then push in, and then you have to let go. So that's what we're going to do. Pull down. While pulling down, push the manifold in firmly and then let go. And then you can see that if I pull it out, it's staying in place. So there we have it. We have the manifold connected here now. And the next step for me is going to be to go ahead and connect the manifold to all 4 tires. And then I'm going to connect this to the battery, and then I'm going to turn the car on. So I'm going to go ahead and connect. I'm going to remove the dust cover just by pulling it. And then to insert it into the nozzle here, you simply pull, push in, and that's it. So once again, pull. You're gonna pull this, push in, and then let it go. So we're gonna do that again. And there we go. And then if you pull on it, it's gonna stay in place. And that's it. That is installed. Gonna repeat this process now. So I'm going to rest this right here. I can see it easily there. My battery terminals are on this side, and we are going to want to connect the negative and positive terminals. So you always want to connect the red one first. The red is the positive terminal, black is the negative. So you want to connect the red one first. On most batteries, this is marked. On mine, it's marked with the symbol right here. You can see that positive, so I'm going to connect that first. And you want to make sure that they are not touching each other or any other metal piece while you're doing that. So I'm holding on to the other one, keeping it away from any other items that it can touch. And then I'm going to connect this guy right here. That seems like a good spot. So now both of those are connected, and we are seeing a charge right here. It says 16 psi. That's not what we want to go to. We want to 16 psi is the reading right now. So I'm pressing up to get it to 35 psi. That's our target pressure that we want to go to. But before running it, I'm going to start the car now. Okay, so I have the car started now, and we have this set to open, which means that it's ready to go ahead and fill the air. And then right here is where we have the tire pressure setting. So you can hit multi to set it. I want to set it to 35 psi. I'm already stoked because it's already at 25 psi for 4 tires, which would have taken me at least 10 minutes to get to that level. So as you can see now, it stopped for a second and it's starting again. So we'll just keep the counter going. And then my editor is going to speed this up, obviously, so you don't have to sit here for many minutes watching this. The tires are getting inflated very, very quickly, guys. I am very impressed so far. and it hit it literally 6 minutes, 59 seconds, 35 PSI. Incredibly impressive. Right here, you can see it for yourself. Under 7 minutes, the representative right here at Matt's offer recovery in the vendor booths for EZ Flate was on point, 67 minutes. It did it in 6 minutes, 59 seconds. I hope you found this part of the video helpful. If you did find it helpful, I'm going to show you how to deflate them, and we're going to calculate that time too. But please take a second to like the video, maybe subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like that, and let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me adjust my messaging, if it's too slow, if it's too fast, if it's not helpful, or if there's something you'd like to see more of. My name is Taha Abbasi. I also go by the name of Brown Cowboy. I was born in Pakistan up until I was 15 years old, moved here to the US. I've been living in Utah for about 5 years. I love this country and the opportunities it's given me to be able to enjoy nature with all these amazing fun vehicles and fun tools that you can come out and enjoy, and I want to share those with you guys if you have those questions. So I'm going to show you how the deflation process works now and how long that takes. We were able to go from 17 PSI to 35 PSI in 6 minutes and 59 seconds. So how long will it take for us to go from 35 PSI to 17 PSI again? Let's take a look and find out. Okay, so to deflate, we have to use a bit of a different process, but once again, very, very easy. So for deflation, and I'm gonna make sure that we have our clock here ready to get going. Okay, so in order to deflate, what we're going to do is we're going to use a bit of a different process, but again, very, very easy, but something to watch out for before we deflate. So when we were inflating, this was supposed to be set to open. So you want to make sure that this is set to open when you're inflating. When you're deflating, before you take off the hose that connects to the compressor, because that's what we're going to take off, you don't need it in deflation. You want to make sure that you switch this to close, otherwise there could be air pressure that comes out and you could get injured. So we're going to close this first. After we have closed that, then we're going to disconnect this and make sure that this is on the closed setting. Again, you're going to pull down and it's going to come right off just like that. Now once we have taken that off, you want to keep this free from dust as well, so put it in a nice safe spot where it's not going to catch dust. Now you can see that the pressure currently is set to 33, so I'm going to go ahead and open that up. So I'm grabbing it and simply moving it to the open position, and I'm gonna run this now for a little while. Let me turn on the timer. It's been about 10 seconds, so I'm gonna add 10 seconds to the timer, and then every once in a while when I want to check the pressure, I'm gonna move it to the closed position. Let me show you. So this right here, this guy, I'm gonna move it to the closed position. So now I can check the pressure. So it's at 27.2. I want to keep going, so I'm gonna open it up. So once again, when you have it in the open position, the PSI is irrelevant. It's not really showing you the right tire pressure. Air is just coming out. So we've just gone from 35 to 20 something in under a minute. We're going to check the pressure again now by pushing this down to the closed position, and we're at 23.24 right now. So we're going to keep going, and our target pressure is going to be 18 in this case. Now this is all 4 tires being deflated. That's what's the most exciting part. We're at 1 minute 31 seconds. I'm adding the 10 seconds here because I started the timer later. And we're at 20 PSI, so we only have a few more PSI to go. I'm checking more often now as we're getting closer to the target PSI. And it's 18, perfect, on the dot where I want it to be, and it took 2 minutes and 20 seconds. So there you have it, folks. It's as easy as that to deflate. 2 minutes, 10 seconds to deflate all 4 tires, 7 minutes to inflate them. All in all, round trip has been reduced from something close to 30 minutes to only about 9 minutes. An incredible value add for your life, for your off-roading experience. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.